Howdy guys, it's Luke at Luke's APS, and in this video I'm going to show you the worst model kit I have ever put together. It's been the most stressful time ever. Sit back, I'll see you after this. So guys, have you ever bought a model kit with the good intention of putting it together and building, say, an army out of it, or getting it because it seemed like the right price and everything else? This is what's happened. I've bought something, fair price, exactly where I want, because I can paint them quick. I could build the army that I want to do for Kings of War very quickly with these models. However, they're such a pig to put together, that army's not going to happen. So, let's show you the kit, and let's show you the problems that I've been having with it. And let's show you how I sort of dealt with it and got through building a couple before I give up. So the story behind this video is my mother-in-law bought me this. And as you can see, it's an Age of Sigmar box. Now, she got this off a car boot for 20 quid. 20 quid, how lucky with that. It was in the cellophane wrapper, and I haven't looked at Age of Sigmar since it came out, so I wasn't overly bothered. But when I actually had a look at what comes in the box, the undead models look very nice, and I had not seen these, and I was looking at it thinking, I'd like to play undead in Kings of War. And there's enough models in there to build out the special units and the elite units that I need. However, I need some core. So, 20 quid this box cost me, and I got really excited. I've opened it and had a look in it, but I've not built anything in here. I thought I'd best go out and have a look for the models that I need. So I thought, I'm gonna go skeletons. Big issue with skeletons is they've got, from Games Workshop, they've got quite a bit of armour on. From Mantic, they're a nice affordable price, but they've got quite a lot of cloth and armour and stuff like that again. If I'm painting that many for my army build that I want to do, I want something that's going to be super basic. Right, so these are the models that I've found. Now, the 50 quid for 90 skeletons, that to me sounded like a right bargain. If anybody don't know what these models are, they are some old models that Warlord have they've repackaged for their new game. They bought a company out called War Games Factory. And I knew about the War Games Factory ones. I had a look at them and I couldn't find them anywhere because you got quite a lot of skeletons for a really good price. However, when I was looking for it, there was a post on Facebook that showed these off. And I got really excited. I thought 90 skeletons for 50 quid. I'll buy 2 boxes, and I've got more than I'll ever need for Kings of War and any other systems I want to play. I might even try and play Age of Sigmar, and I'll just multi-base them so I can take them off and use them for Age of Sigmar as well. So I thought this would be good for me for getting into game systems, because I go to the club maybe once, twice a month now, and Age of Sigmar's played very well, and I thought, you know, some skeleton warriors with the models that I've got, I can build a little force out of that. So I got really excited. So I bought 2 boxes, spent £100 on 180 skeletons. However, I started to build them, and that's when the problem started. Right, so on this sprue, as you can see, you've got 6 skeletons that come with the legs, the chest, the heads, the arms, the feet. Yes, as you can see, this is a multi-part kit, and it's also multi-posable. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something like the old Games Workshop ones that just sort of push fit. So yes, now let me clip a few off and let me show you how awkward these are to build. This stuff is the Tamiya extra thin cement. What I actually do is I put bits of sprue in it so it sort of fills it as well as glues it. It turns it into like a nice filler paste. Now, the one good thing with these models is the feet actually come with spacers, so you don't really have to worry that. And I thought while I was building that together, I didn't think that was going to be an issue at all. So I just thought get a bit of glue, put it under the feet, and then stick them down, which easy part done. Again, with the legs, they've got two little tiny contact points, and I mean tiny. And then it's just a matter of trying to get them in the holes, which sounds a lot easier than it actually is. So just putting the legs into the feet is an issue. I've got the right ones, so I've done enough of them now to know. And this is just already driving me nuts. So once you've got that in there, as you can see, they're very dainty. They're not the nicest things to work with how small they are. You've then got tiny ball joint on the bottom of his rib cage, which you've then got to put into his pelvis, which is, again, sounds easier than what it actually is. So yeah, once you've managed that, we're going to get this tiny little rib cage. I'm going to put some of this nice Tamiya thin glue paste on here, and then try and stick it in that joint, which is an absolute nightmare. So once you've got that done, we've then got to let it dry, because as you can see, they're very dainty. You don't want to apply too much pressure to them. And then we've got to try and attach the arms onto there. Yep, can you see the frustration already? So let's get the arms and have a go. Right, are you now ready for the hand? Oh, tiny bit of glue. And into that tiny shoulder joint, and that's the shield arm in. Right, so we'll try the next one, and again, it's terrifying. They're just so fragile. It's almost like I know I'm going to have to do this again at some point, which I really don't want to do. And as you can see with that glue paste, just put enough on, it'll blend it all together and turn it into a thicker joint, which is what I'm hoping, to blend it together so it just doesn't break off at any point. The head is one of the easiest parts, but even still, it's the spine. Each contact point's less than a mil. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll glue this together and we'll wrap this up. So yeah, would I advise anybody to buy them? If you're on a tight budget and you need a lot, but you don't mind spending time gluing models together and doing all that, then they're perfect, apart from the very delicate. Now this is what's putting me off. The models are lovely, the detail's great, everything about them, I could paint them very quickly. How they're spaced out on the sprue, you could spray all the weapons black, you could spray all the bones of them bone coloured, chuck some washers on while they're on the sprue, snip them all off, glue them together and just touch them up, put a bit of silver on, and you could paint this army up in an afternoon. on the sprue, but then it's going to take you weeks to build them, especially the amount that I've got. And then the fragile. For Kings of War, that wouldn't be an issue because you actually can stick them all on a multi-base. So you'd never remove the model. So you could build them within the parameters of the base, so there's no of their arms or anything sticking over the side. So you're never going to really break them or catch them. You might catch them on top when you're reaching over, but that's it. Whereas for Age of Sigmar, if I were using them and picking them up and moving them about, very light, I'm going to knock them over. You're going to be picking them up, putting them in because the skeletons are going to be dead all the time. So they're going to get damaged and broken, and how minute and fiddly they are, they're not going to last 2 minutes. So they're not multiple use like I wanted. So I'm just not going to spend the time doing them. If you guys know of any good skeleton warriors that are completely naked, the reason that I'm wanting completely naked ones is so it's quick to paint. I don't want to be sat painting armor and everything else. I just want some nice looking bare skeletons like that with minimal weaponry. So if you know of any, metal would be awesome. So obviously I don't have to build them, or if I do have to build them, it might be only sticking an arm on with a weapon. Let me know in the comments below about that, because I don't mind. I don't care how much they cost. I'll buy them because I really want to do an undead army. As for this, I still might get into this and paint these, because if I have to buy a couple more models to put into this to have a play of Age of Sigmar, it's not going to cost me much. I've got all my rules, I've got everything I need in here to get me going, and it's not cost me a penny, because like I said, my mother-in-law bought it for 20 quid from a car boot. How lucky am I? So getting down to the club once every now and again and having a game of Age of Sigmar might get me back into gaming, which might make me enjoy gaming a bit more, because I don't get to do it with how busy I am now. But anyway guys, this is a very different video, and I just thought I bought these to do some really nice undead painting tutorials, to do some multi-basing, to show how to use models for Kings of War, Age of Sigmar, and do it so everything was detachable. It was an idea of a series of videos, yet I built 5 of them, and then this one, and I've already burnt out. I'm already done with them. So yeah, sorry about that. But if you've enjoyed this video, do let me know in the comments below. It's not an amazing video, but I think it's rather funny that some awesome models that are really cheaply priced, that look amazing, are just, the building of them just completely puts me off doing any of it. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. If you want to support me, check my shop and all the Amazon affiliate links and everything, and I'll see you for the next video. Love, love, love.